Hello, great people. I'm here again today on that show you've been waiting for, Power of Herbs. Power of Herbs is that show where we teach you on how you can use various plants and fruits to treat various diseases. Like I often say, mostly in Africa, to vast majority of people, they believe in these herbs, that it does wonders. But to minute set of people, they find it very difficult, to make use of this herbs, simply because it's bitter. Some complain that it tastes sour, but they prefer the sugary stuffs, taking it as pills. Even some of the pills you take, often, they have this sour taste compared to herbs. But in a lighter mode, a lot of people tend to believe in, taking anything that has to do with sweetness. And I will tell you today that a lot of these sugary things cause a lot of damages to our body cells. Besides, not every herbs you think tastes bitter does harm to your body system. No. Apart from the general words that these plants taste bitter, these plants are just natural endowment. They are there for human consumption if properly taken care of. But on the show today, what I'm about to discuss is on a particular treatment being given to cancer patients. And this treatment is called chemotherapy. I don't know if you've heard of this treatment before. Now listen. What is chemotherapy? Chemotherapy is the treatment of disease by the use of chemical substances, especially the treatment of cancer by cytolytic and other drugs. A lot of us don't know that most of these pills does harm than good to our body system. A lot of patients out there just want to, make themselves feel better and be free from various diseases without searching, without knowing the outcome implication of most of what they took in. But I'm here to convince you today that most of these herbs takes away a lot of today's challenges as health entails than the pills you often connect with. But before we move into today's show, typically I would like to go on this quick short break. While I'm back, we'll discuss much more better on chemo, the side effects of it, and how you can be careful of whatever you take in. Please stick around, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. You're welcome back. Most people today don't know that there are organic ways cancer can be treated. They are far from this truth. But on today's topic, we're about to discuss on the side effect of these chemo drugs. There are various types of drugs given to patients suffering from cancer. But the side effects of chemotherapy, let me give little, in most of the side effects of chemo. Fatigue is the number one side effect of chemotherapy. We all know what fatigue is. And the second side effect is hair loss. You begin to lose your hair. Your hair is just falling off. Is another side effect of chemo. Number 3 side effect is constipation. Number 4 side effect is bleeding. Bleeding is another side effect of chemo. Another one is infection. Undergoing this chemotherapy treatment. You see, all those effects are just there when you begin to take these pills, undergoing this chemotherapy treatment. I think it is high time we dig deep and we begin to ask questions on most of what we take in as drugs today. Because as researchers have made it clear, scientists have made it clear that whatever we take in should be very, very taken care of. We should be conscious of whatever we take in. But a lot of people today don't care. And I will implore us, you make research yourself. If whatever has been given to you as a diagnosis, before committing yourself to most of those things, it does harm than good. And like I often say on this show, your health is paramount. If you take it roughly, you will get to the end roughly. You won't like yourself at the end of the day. Here is where I'm drawing the curtain on today's show on chemo. I think I've given you some side effects of chemotherapy. But be rest assured, there are very, very, very much more organic ways of treating this cancer by a cancer patient. Note, if you are a cancer patient, by the next side of this show, I suggest you watch most of my videos. They are there on how you can use various herbs or fruits to treat cancer. And bet you me, you see, I often say you should just drop your comment and you can tell me whatever you want me to talk about on this show, and I promise you I'll do justice to them all. Just since it's not an interactive section, let's make some checks and balances. You see, I will do justice by bringing them down to you on how we can help each other to deal with these diseases, and we won't find them anymore. If you find this topic very interesting, you find this channel very interesting, you are free to give us some thumbs up to help our YouTube algorithm. Till when next I come on this show, always remember that few are those that search for wisdom, and that many are those who die with ignorance. Bye for now.